Good morning, children. Today we will study about decentralization. Decentralization of authority means systematic dispersal of authority among all departments and at all levels of management. So when the powers of the organization, when the authority of the organization is distributed among all the levels of management, that is the middle level and also the lower level management, then that is called decentralization. An organization is said to be decentralized when managers at middle level and lower level have been given the authority. So when the authority is given to the lower level and also to the middle level management, then that organization is called a decentralized organization. So basically in decentralized organization, the powers are distributed among all the three parts of the organization, all the three levels of the management. Now what is the difference between the centralized organization and the decentralized organization? In a centralized organization, they are those organizations in which decision making authority is retained by the top management. So in the centralized organization, the decision making authority is retained by the top management, means the only top level management takes the decision, or lower level and middle level management are not given any powers to take the decision. But in a decentralized organization, these are those organizations where the authority is delegated throughout all the three levels of management, that is to the lower level management and the middle level management also, so that the decision is quickly made, so that the decision is quickly taken. While complete centralization implies concentration of authority in few hands, complete decentralized organs. So when there is a complete centralization in the organization, then all the decision is taken by the top level management only. But when the organization is decentralized, then the powers is also given to the middle level and to the lower level management. Therefore, an organization cannot be completely centralized or decentralized. Therefore, we should not totally, completely centralize or decentralize the organization. When the organization is small, we should centralize it, but as the organization grow, we should decentralize the organization for the facilitation of the correct and accurate decision making. Now, what are the importance of decentralization? The first importance of decentralization is develops initiative among the subordinates. It helps to promote self-reliance and confidence amongst the subordinates. So decentralization helps to promote self-reliance and confidence among the subordinates. Why? Because the power is given to the lower level manager and also to the middle level manager. They are free to take their own decision and they learn how to take the decision independently. So they independently know how to take the judgment. As a result, they become self-reliant. Second importance of decentralization is develops managerial talents for the future. Formal training along with experience of handling independent assignment helps to create a reservoir of qualified and capable managers who can take up more challenging positions in the upcoming venture of the organization. In the formal organization, decentralization is done. Why? To train the lower level and also the middle level management, so that they can handle their department easily. According to their qualification, according to their skill, the department is given to them, the department is handled to them. And as a result, they become more capable and they take more challenging jobs, challenging positions in the new organization which the organization wants to develop and increase. The third importance of decentralization is quick decision making. Under decentralization, authority to make decision is placed in the hands of those who are responsible for executing the decision. So under decentralization, the powers is given to the middle level and also to the lower level, who is responsible for making the decision, for executing the decision. And since decisions are taken by all the levels of management, there is no delay in the decision making or there is no distortion of the information. As a result, decision is quickly made in the decentralized organization. Why? Because a big organization should always be decentralized. Then fourth importance of decentralization is relief to top level management. Decentralization helps to reduce the amount of direct supervision over the subordinate by giving them freedom to take decision and act on their own. So in a decentralized organization, freedom is given to the lower level management and also to the middle level management. As a result, they are totally free to take their own decision and act on their own. Because of this, the workload on the top level management is reduced, and now the top level management can devote their time and attention on more important policy matters which are responsible for the growth and development of the organization. The fifth importance of decentralization is facilitates growth. Decentralization provides greater autonomy to the lower level manager and to the department heads. This encourages them to function more efficiently. So as the power is given to the middle level and also to the lower level management, they work properly, they get more power, they are more efficient, they can now prove their supremacy, and they can become more and more expert, so that when the organization want to start a new venture, a new organization, then they can be easily placed in those organizations and the organization will be easily run and the growth of the organization will be possible. Now the last importance of decentralization is better control. Decentralization makes it possible to evaluate performance at each level and making the department accountable for their own results. So in decentralization, we have told you, we have explained, we have learned that the powers is given to the middle level and to the lower level. Each department is responsible and also accountable for their own work, for their own results, and as a result, this makes the feedback quick, and to control the department it is very easy. By this we have ended the chapter number 5, organizing. Next we'll start with the staffing. So today only this much. Thank you.